Welcome back, guys.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to day 3 of Corona Cast here with Zach and Molly. We are settling in for today was a little better than yesterday in terms of like insanity in the preparation. I feel like we rushed around like crazy yesterday before the show, and it came through on the show a little bit, which was good. It was good. Yesterday was good. We were able to talk about like real things. It was it was something that was really refreshing, and I think a lot of people respect and get that. So let me get everything pulled up here on my phone so I can monitor what's going on. Yesterday we missed some comments. I don't know what exactly happened, but my mother said hello, and I didn't acknowledge my mother, so let me acknowledge her now.
Zach's mom.
Hello, Patty Walker. How are you? I hope you're watching today. Of course, I can't find it, so I wouldn't know. But man, we've got so much to talk about today. We've got a lot going on with what we're rolling out with Cotton Row Interiors, and we want to dive into that certainly. But first of all, just kind of what in the world has happened in the world of coronavirus, which there's a lot. We're not gonna spend as much time on the virus itself today because. What?
Before we get too far into coronavirus, I want to make sure we shout out our new phone number for your private shopping experience.
Yeah, certainly. We will definitely get to the private shopping experience. I don't remember the phone number. Do you?
I can.
I bet you can because I've forgotten it already. It's a 256 number. If that counts for anything. No. So okay, let's just dive into that then. Let's start there. We'll get to coronavirus later. So everyone is talking about right now what is happening to small businesses in the wake of this virus. What does it look like for these small businesses who are losing their income? And we, as a small business, have a couple of different arms, right? We've got our Cotton Row Companies arm that does. We have a lot of remodels and flips and house construction, yada yada yada, right? And then the Cotton Row Interior side, we have 2 retail locations, 2 small businesses, one on the square, one on the location at 72 on the highway, and it's hard. Like, it's hard. We are in that we're in that spot right now where it's like, how do we make sure we can keep paying our employees? Like, how do we take care of our staff? Because I'll tell you, and I talked about it the first day, in the first, like, last week, we did less money than in any 5-day stretch in the history of the business, which is 18 plus years for the previous Bargain Jungle location, right? And so it's one of those things where it's really frustrating to figure out what to do. And so we pivoted like all great small businesses do, and we are doing a private shopping experience. We're doing a curbside delivery. We're doing a curbside pickup. We're doing a free delivery. We're doing a lot of things that are really neat that are going to create a different opportunity for you to be able to shop and experience what we have there, but also be responsible socially with your distancing and with controlling and hopefully slowing down this virus. And so what we're doing is tomorrow we're having a social distancing sale, and it's a bit of a funny name, right? It's a joke. It's a little in jest, but it's true. We have over 4,000 square feet of showroom there at 72, and so it's going to be no problem for you to join us with a private shopping experience, or just come by the store and be able to be responsible with not being within 6 feet of another person, yada, yada, yada. We've taken some extra sanitary measures. We found a stash of hand sanitizer, so we went back to the well. We've got some hand sanitizer.
Yes.
It will be chained to the table, so you can't come and steal it. But we will have, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we've got to feed our families, and we've got to make sure our people get paid. And so you need our product. You want our product. You've proven that. That's why they've been in business for 18 years and why we took over and stepped in not so long ago and changed and rebranded. And Brandon and Tony, they're great. But you've proven that they're somebody that you want in the community. So help us at this time. There's a phone number that we've set up specifically for this this sale. It's 256-240-0330. That's 240-0330. If you ring that number, you will set up a private shopping experience for you and your family, you and your daughter, you and your son, you and whomever. You'll be able to come into the store and have a really unique one-on-one opportunity with some of our designers and our team there that can help you understand, maybe what style. It might be a great opportunity for you if maybe you don't understand interior design as much as you'd like to, or you'd really like some advice on maybe what piece would really be farmhouse and fit with this, or fit with, you've got a modern, you want to mix some farmhouse with your modern. So I say all that to say that we are trying to pivot in the best way possible. We've also just launched our online store. Connor, if you could pull that up, it is cottonrowhome.com. cottonrowhome.com. If you'll hang tight, Connor's going to show you, our producer's going to show you what that looks like. Here you go. All right, great. So here's our new online shopping experience. Scroll down, and there are ways for you to shop all of our stuff. Excuse some of our photography, as some of this was taken very quickly. We decided 48 hours ago we wanted to have an online store, and now we do. And so a lot of this was done very quickly. And so, again, that's cottonrowhome.com. But look, at the end of the day, we are like any other small business, and we're trying to pivot. Thank you, Connor. We are trying to pivot so fast and almost it feels out of control at times, because it's not like you would normally do a business. It's not like you would normally spend time and hopefully use some wisdom and count the cost, make the decision that's best for the business. This is, oh my goodness, we have to survive. And so this is kind of how we're doing it. So I hope that you will utilize some of those things. We're super excited, and we're so thankful. Molly pulled off that online store in like a day and a half, and it's been Brandon and Tony getting everything put into the back end and creating that software piece on the back end, filling in the data so that we have something to sell. So again, tomorrow and Sunday is 30% off. I guess I forgot to mention that. I should have led with that. Right. Our sale, our social distancing sale, 30% off the whole store. That's ridiculous. First of all, our prices are already lower than anybody else in town, and I'm sorry to sell you on this show. That's not what we typically do, but in this moment, these are times that are so different than we've ever seen. Like I feel obligated to do it because it's the difference in me being able to pay my staff or not. And so certainly our prices are already lower than anybody else's in town, and I believe that. In fact, you can compare, go shopping, and you'll see. And we're going to go 30% off of that in the whole store, 25% offline. That 5% because I'm probably going to have to bring it to you because delivery's free. And so let you behind the curtain there. 25% off online, 30% off in the store. But guys, Cotton Row Interiors, the former Bargain Jungle, 4,000 square feet of beautiful home decor. You're about to spend a whole lot of time there. Go ahead and redesign that space, right? Now's a great time. Plus, you got free labor. Kids are at home. Good, cheap labor. So, anyways, that's that. And again, I hate that. I hate selling. I love it because I'm good at it and it's what I do for a living, but I hate doing it on here because this is supposed to be positivity and good news. But if you go shop at our sale, there will be positivity and good news. If you don't, It's going to be negative news. So I'm kidding, but sort of. All right. So
have you met Tony and Brandon?
Oh my goodness,
they're bright people.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Brandon Downs was supposed to be here right now, and I know how excited he was for that. Let me tell you, he was not.
He's opened up Saturday as well, so now you
Sunday,
can go
Saturday. We're normally open on Saturdays. We are not normally open on Sundays. We are open this Sunday for private shopping experiences. So if you could call that number 256. We'll get back to that. There it is, 256-240-0330. And then Connor will put that on the screen at some point here towards the end so that you guys can see that. But again, that's 240-0330. And set that up. Okay. All right, so now we can dive into some other stuff. It's a lot of good news out there. Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of good news. And let me start by saying this: the numbers are up. Oh my goodness, cases are up. There's so many more cases today than were yesterday. Let me take a brief moment and fill you in on why. Because more tests were taken.
Right.
There are cases we don't know about yet. There's a bunch of cases out there, a bunch. We're just not testing for them yet. We're starting that process here in Alabama. Therefore, the numbers are going to skyrocket. What that's going to then allow us to do is find out a real mortality rate, which we're going to find to be way lower than the 2% that's being speculated almost irresponsibly all over the media. Okay? And so, yes, Molly, the numbers are up. But no, it doesn't mean that it's any different or worse than it was. It just means more people are being tested.
Yeah.
And so
that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Like, let's get tested. Let's know what we're dealing with here, and then we can fight it. So
something I worry about is, come Thanksgiving time, I want to make sure that I can go visit my grandma.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can keep these tests being manufactured so I can know, in November.
Thanksgiving's a long way away, Molly.
Right, but
we're not going to be dealing with this in November.
Yeah, without saying
4
anything
weeks.
negative.
4 weeks.
Yeah, there could be a second wave, like you talked about yesterday with the
4
mutation.
weeks.
Yeah,
4 weeks. That's my call. You heard it here first. Take it to the bank if they'll let you in. Justin Scoggin just joined us. What's going on, buddy? How's it treating you down there? And then, Lorena's back.
Yeah.
Lorena is back.
My number one fan.
Wait, but it says Heart Gma.
Yeah, our grandma lives with us.
Oh, so mom and
mom.
wait, hold on a minute. Mom and grandma are watching.
Yeah.
Will they call in?
I know.
Why?
I hope not.
I hope you heard that, Lorena. She does not want you to call in, and I think you ought to, and we can make that happen. You just comment right here that you want to call, and I promise you, I'll have you on this thing.
She will put you in her place.
Well, not me. No, this is not about me. I'm just going to interview your mom about you. That's all we're going to do. We're going to learn about you. It's not about. Look, I'm not.
Good thing it's over the phone, so she can't just take out the baby picture album and. Be
but Zach ZACH at cottonrow.com is a perfect email to send any baby photos, anything that you want to send over that we can use to put on the show, and just introduce the audience to your Molly. That's all. I mean, there's no jokes in that. It's all serious. Okay, other positive stories.
Yes.
And let's talk about this, because we were just talking about this beforehand, and I think it's preposterous. And so Marshall Burke, professor at Stanford, has estimated that approximately 30,000 lives will be saved due to a reduction in pollution in China.
Right.
Okay. And I believe that 20,000 lives will be saved due to the speed limit being dropped by 5 miles an hour in Athens. Like,
I'm sure people say that, yeah.
Well, exactly. That's my point.
People that make the speed limit.
No, but look, listen, we started to have this conversation right before we came on, and you said we need to have this conversation on live.
Yeah.
Because you're a scientist. I'm not at all. Not even a little bit. Never was. Don't want to be.
Okay.
Not going to happen.
Move on.
Sorry. I just wanted to make sure I emphasize that point. And so tell me how. You're a scientist. Scientists, they stand on the sword of fact and like truth in numbers and experimentation, and we're going to prove through science. And then how can we empirically prove 30,000 lives will be saved due to a reduction in pollution in China? I have a couple problems. One, how do we measure pollution? Particulates in the air? Is there a test for that? I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. So we can check that off the list. We can prove that empirically, correct? Pollution's down. Mm-hmm. How can we equate that to an exact number of lives? Let me back up. That was not fair. Approximate number of lives that will be saved. How do we get to there?
So this guy is a environmental economist at Stanford. So he's looking at previous data. So data from, over the last 20 years.
So for instance, if the particulates are X, Y amount of people die.
So
is that correct?
Right. Somebody logs it. Somebody in the CDC logs how many people died due to car accidents, how many people died due to cardiac arrest, how many people died due to pollution, right?
Well, I mean, we know how honest China is with their data. So it's
looking
probably
at
exact.
I guess
looking at it with that
amount of hesitation, speculation. Sure. But yeah, then they take that data and they can speculate, this next year, because there's a reduction in pollution, because there's less cars on the road, less manufacturing happening, which is, terrible for the economy. But the silver lining, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on, how great it is to look at silver linings in situations like this, is that
so the silver
minimizing
lining.
The situation at all by looking at silver linings.
Yeah, I mean, it's an idealistic view of the world to jump, and we have conversations about idealism all the time, and I will, and again, I've gone back and forth about the way we're going to do this, because this is going to be a long form thing for us. This is going to be a podcast. This is going to be something that people I think will enjoy. And my phone's ringing. I'm sorry, but like. Silver linings they're great. They're information that makes you smile, that make you but like it's still like this over here, but this over here. Right. And so like we're not going to ignore this. Like it's okay to take a silver lining and say like, okay, that brightened my day. That made me smile. Right. That whatever.
Or like there'll be a lot less car accidents because people aren't going to work. Is that a positive thing?
No, it's not. No, of course not. Because they could. I mean, of course absolutely. That's a horrible thing. Like there are going to be a lot less car accidents because people aren't going to work, which means they're not getting paid. Which means they're not paying their bills. Great. Their companies are forgiving. They're whatever. They're deferring mortgage payments. And do you hear that? They're deferring. They're not forgiving. Right. And so basically all, and don't get me wrong, deferment, all that stuff, it's a great blessing for a lot of people because they wouldn't be able to pay their bills. But that bill's still there. Mm-hmm. You can't make up this time at work.
Still accruing interest.
That's right. And it's accruing interest, those things like that. So, no, I mean, silver linings they're great for like a positive moment or a quick smile or whatever,
right.
but they're not, to say that we're not going to have any car accidents because people aren't getting to work. Like,
37,000 people die in the U.S. of car accidents each year.
Oh, it's absurd. Don't get me wrong. Like, people don't know how to drive because they're stupid. And so, like, I mean, learn how to drive and we'll have less accidents. There's a silver lining. Like, go to driving school and then I don't have to worry about you on the roads. And so
I think it's a little more complex.
No, it is, but I'm going to dial it back. I mean, I'm going to simplify it to the lowest common. Look, I've lived my entire life on the lowest common denominator, folks. So don't expect much more than that from me. Okay, so here's something else that's really cool. There's a Huntsville company that has come out with. Now, hold on a minute. Now, let me back up because you ripped a company to shreds yesterday. Lorena said, "Never dare me." Right. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
Dithorex is the name of the company, and I know somebody that works there.
What's up, Noah Rasnake? Sorry, no, we just had Snake join us. I coached him back in the day. Go ahead.
They developed a 1-day test. So right now the tests are 3 days. You have to wait, and they will call you or text you your results. But a Huntsville company.
I don't want to be texted my results. Just to be clear.
Okay, well.
I don't want to be texting my results. Okay. You might die of coronavirus. Thanks. Have a great day. Like, I would rather somebody call me and talk me through that.
I'm sure they call you if it's positive. Maybe they just text you.
Oh, a negative text. Okay, I can live with that.
But yeah, they it was exciting because I feel like Huntsville and sometimes Alabama, I don't know, gets a bad rap, and we are the birthplace of a lot of awesome things like the space
don't
race
tell everyone. No, look, this is truth right here. Don't tell people all this. Because we have the best kept secret. We have the best kept secret in the country right now. And it's not a secret. People just are ignorant to it. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. Keep your ignorance. I've done it for 32 years.
Our cost of living is just way lower than every other city.
Not only that, but like we've just been recognized by like Forbes, Business Insider. We're now a STEM community, science, technology.
We are the capital of all like genetic research.
I didn't know that. Right. Of course, that's probably not going to hit my inbox.
But that's exactly what this company is, a genetic company. They're developing this test and working with the CDC on this. So, yeah, here's the website. The
Dithorex lab in Huntsville testing thousands of patient samples. Yeah. Dithorex. I'm sorry, I'm not. English has never been easy for me. That's awesome. Yeah. All right, so look, it's cool what we're doing here in Huntsville. There's a lot of great things here. I mean, a lot of really cool stuff going on. So look. Let's dive into what we said we would do for people, and that is be a resource. Okay, and so in the few minutes we have left, like let's dive into some of these resources. And so again, I want to start with a couple things that you don't have over there. But I've seen a lot of people talking about needing work, and so Connor's going to put these in the comments as I say kind of what these are. But Flex Job or Molly, someone flexjobs.com. Remote.co, we work remotely. Like there are a lot of companies out there that are hiring, and Molly's looked in real time at these, and there are still positions available with these companies. These are companies from which you can work at your house. You can work right now as you're quarantined. Some of them, one of them is like a blog post writing, content creation kind of a site where you could do some seasonal or short term work while you're quarantined, while you're laid off. Like, look, the layoffs are affecting everybody. It's affecting my family, my wife, like potentially our company. Right. And look, don't vilify these people, folks. Like I am that person, and let me tell you something. It breaks my heart to think about maybe having to lay my people off. But the reality is, if there's no money coming in, money going out doesn't do. I mean, it can't. There's nothing to go out. You can't get blood from a turnip. And so some large companies are doing a great job. Mark Cuban is leading the charge in paying his people, at the arena, even though the NBA is shut down. Like I get all that and I love all that, but guys, it's not that easy. You can't just snap your fingers and get money to pay people with. And so we understand that while we're in this downturn, this downtime, like, go look at these things. It's actually pretty cool. Like you could pick up a job with one of these places, do some temp work, get some quick cash coming in, just something to tide you over, pay the bills. It's not supposed to be a career, folks. McDonald's is not supposed to be a career. It is okay to have temporary work in your life.
Yeah.
It is okay to take minimum wage, lower wage, whatever, temporary work. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow, if I can't make my mortgage payment or I can't put food on my family's table, you better believe I'll be at Carrabba's serving up the $11.99 dinner special and waiting tables, because that's what I'm going to have to do to take care of my people. And so, look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. The other thing, 211, not 911, 211. If you need assistance with food, like if you're hungry and you're on free and reduced lunches and it's food stamps and it's hard for you right now, 211.
Even if you're not.
Call 211. Somebody just set the alarm off in our building. You can't have nothing in this place. I'm talking about, I don't know how many times I've said something. It's okay.
It's another word I can't say.
There you go.
Burglary.
See? I wonder if you could hear that, if Facebox could hear that, I'd love to hear from somebody that just heard our alarm go off, because it just went off and I watched it happen in real time. I get these alerts on my phone that say, hey, somebody just locked the door. And when they locked it, it turned the alarm on. Okay.
Also, filing for unemployment in Alabama, you can go to labor.alabama.gov.
And I hear they're changing the regulations on that slightly so that furloughs and layoffs or something along those lines. And I don't have.
So you may be eligible for unemployment if your employer is shut down due to COVID-19, your employer laid you off due to COVID-19. Look at that.
She did the work prep and put it right here in front of me.
You're under mandatory quarantine due to COVID-19, or you are sick due to COVID-19. So check out the website. We'll put it up here. Labor.alabama.gov for you to.
Sam Hawkins joining us. What's up, big dog? Sammy. Sammy, you still driving all over the state closing loans? That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Julia Elmore joining. Say hello to Adam for me, Julia. All right, so
it's already in the comments.
Oh, look at that. We've got dueling producers here.
Right.
This is so good. I'm over here just
Google
like, hey
guys.
Look, here's something else that's really cool. Free internet. Charter Spectrum will offer free broadband and Wi-Fi access for 60 days to households with kids. Why? Because if you've got kids, K-12 and they're college students, they're home and they're being required to do this work, which is absurd, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. They're going to give you up to 100 megabits per second service. All you have to do is call 844-488-8395. That again is 844-488-8395, guys, and they will give you free internet. And look, on a Friday afternoon, what better than to talk about some great things that are going on. Look, the community is really rallying. Here's what I love. I was alive for 9/11. I was alive for the DC sniper. Like, I lived at 9/11. We lived 30 minutes from the Pentagon. Like, it impacted us in a way that it didn't a lot of people. And to watch what happened with the country and the way that we rallied for patriotism, for our national pride, for whatever, like, you're seeing the same thing happen here. This is, I said it yesterday, this is another ground zero event for us, and ground zeros come to signify the basis of tragedy or the basis of what a large scale event in our country. This is no different. We're seeing that happen. Let me remind you, the disease will not be as deadly for Americans as 9/11 was. I'll just be very clear about that. And I could be wrong, but I would feel pretty confident in making that statement. But the economic impact will be. And that's where a lot of people are going to lose. I think we're going to see suicide rate go up. And I mean, and I say that with great hesitation and with absolute kid gloves, and I mean that because it's not something we take lightly by any stretch. And if you're feeling like that, like if your bills, if you're not working, if you can't pay your bills, like, let me promise you, there is hope. There is hope in a God that I believe in, that loves you and cares for you. And I can promise you, if you have any questions about that, I'd love to talk to you about that. Like, there is a hope in that, and it's greater than anything you could be thinking about right now. Suicides, I think we will see a spike, but at the end of the day, the community is rallying in a way that is really neat. It's cool to watch companies like Charter reach out, like jump out, because guess what? They're not getting bills paid this month. The bills aren't going to get paid, and they're still offering services. Now, granted, they're deferring or whatever. They're not forgiving, and I get all that, but still, like, business owners, people, communities, like, everybody's just rallying, and it's just it's a neat way. It's a neat way. I don't know. It's a neat experiment. It's not an experiment. It's cool to watch the human spirit, I guess, in all of this. And so,
but I would like to say, BetterHelp.com is a place you can get virtual counseling for $35 a week, or
look, if you need virtual counseling and you can't afford $35 a week, call me, text us, email us, message us. Like, I would love to pay for counseling for somebody. Like, seriously.
Right, but there's, you can't be a licensed professional,
No. I'm saying I'll pay for your better, like, I'll pay for your better health. I don't want to counsel you. For the love of God, we all know I have my own issues.
Right. So you can go to this website we have up here and get counseling virtually. You don't have to even go in anywhere. And this has been around for a while, and it's gotten great reviews. So I would check it out if you are at all in a hard place.
We're all in a hard place.
Mental health
is huge. Thing. It is. No, it absolutely is. As a veteran and watching what my brothers that I've been served with and seen what they've gone through, like, yeah, it's a real thing. So a couple other things that we'll jump through. There's some museums, I think, that we've got.
Virtual museums.
Well, here's one that Connor's about to put up. This
one was cool. Okay, because when you click on it. Click on one,
Connor.
Actually, I don't know if he has to go to the website to see, but
we'll just watch that video here. Ooh, okay, so it's gonna be a virtual tour. Go full screen.
So once you are in the map and you are exploring it, you can click on different parts of the map, and it will give you different videos.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's just super cool. My husband and I were watching it the other night.
That doesn't surprise me at all,
because we wanted.
This is something you would definitely like.
To head to the Grand Canyon, but they've actually closed down all the visitor centers and campsites.
That's a wise move.
So,
all right, that's pretty cool.
That's the singing.
So there's that.
There's
that. There's some museums in Alabama. What is the one that's in Alabama? Nope. I'm sorry. 12 famous museums offer virtual tours. Hit that one, Connor. There we go. So just some things that and again, we will put these links out in the comments when we're done with this live stream. But guys, there's a ton of things that there are out there for you guys right now. And that's online. That's with your free internet. Like, that's cool. Let me give you some things you can get out there and walk around and do. Because this stuff right here, this is what gets me. I love getting outside. Swan Creek Greenway. It's 2.6 miles of God's country. God's country.
It's in downtown Athens.
Yep, starts in the parking lot at Athens High School. Dogs are allowed. There's birds. I mean, it's bird season, birding. I'm a big bird. In case you didn't know, I'm a birding enthusiast.
I did not know that.
That's because I'm not. But
yeah, in the parking lot of Athens High School is where it starts.
And they're not in school, so guess what? But easy to find a spot.
And there'll be so many birds because it's just so cool to see way more animals out and about because of, what's
Corey
happening.
Conrad's watching. What's up, Corey? I was just thinking about Jazz and Pizzazz the other day. You'll be the only one to get that joke.
There's a really popular beach in Oregon that had a whole herd of elk on it.
A herd?
It was so cool. I posted it on my personal Facebook page, but
it doesn't surprise me.
It was beautiful.
Athens Swan Creek Park, Beaver Dam Boardwalk off of Highway 20. There's just so much in Alabama that is cool. And again, we're running out of time because we always do. Because I know that it's a shame, but I love to talk, and so does Molly. And so if I could ever get her to stop talking, I might be able to get a point in.
Right.
But no, look, guys, this is unprecedented in what we're dealing with. Molly talks at an unprecedented rate. I'm kidding. The virus is unprecedented. This pandemic is unprecedented. Like, again, I'm going to circle back to what's important to me because this is my show. And so, guys, we need your help. And it's not just us. It's local business in general. Find a local business to support. Adopt a waiter or waitress. Adopt a local business owner. Adopt a whatever. Fill in the blank, because that's who's hurting. That's who's going to hurt the worst. The millionaires and billionaires in the country can afford this, and and a lot of them are supporting their own, which is fantastic. We're a small local business, and we're just out here trying to hustle like everybody else and get through this thing. And so, again, Conroe Interiors is having our social distancing sale. 30% off the whole store, 25% off online. That's at cottonrowhome.com. Or you can call us at the number in the comments to set a personal private shopping experience. It's 256-240-0330. That's what you call to get your own private shopping experience in one of our showrooms. But guys, seriously, think about coming out and seeing us tomorrow or scheduling a time to do so. We're going to have great deals on beautiful furniture, on beautiful decor, and quite frankly, it goes a long way. $1,000 to a small business owner is tens of thousands of dollars to a company like a Comcast or it's life-changing money, because $1,000 is 2 of my staff members' paychecks, right? That's 2 paychecks that somebody gets to take home. And that feeds 2 families, and so just think about, and it's not just us. If you don't need home decor, I'm not saying come and like find something. Go support somebody though. Like there's 100 people just like me and Brandon out there that are trying to figure out, like I will not pay myself and pay my people before I allow them to go without it. And so I'm doing everything I know how to do, and this is what I know how to do, is talk. And so I'm on here telling you about it, guys. Support a local business. We're going to find a way out of this. Americans are the most unbelievably resilient culture from the beginning of time, and we've come and gone, war, famine, you name it, it's happened. Not placing blame, not saying where decisions got made or not. I'm just saying, as a people, we have been resilient for years and years and years and years, and this won't change anything. So on this Friday afternoon, as we get ready to send you off to the weekend, I just want you to understand that, man, it's fun to do this with you. And I'm blessed and thankful that you're doing this with me, and I mean that. And that's not some canned, stupid, silly thing I'm saying. That I mean that. Like, I'm thankful that I have people in this community and around the country. We've had comments from like 4 states. Like, I'm thankful that we have you guys to do this with. It's really freaking cool to do this, Molly. It's really cool to do this with you. Like, it's cool to do this whole thing with people that care. Mm-hmm. That care about people, that want to see people do well. And at the end of the day, as a business, that's what we're all about.
And hopefully one day we can set up a shipping system so we can ship
nationwide. And we are. Like, we're ready. Goal. We're ready to do that. We're ready to do that. It's just right now, obviously, we were planning to roll this out. We just didn't want to have to force our hand in 48 hours.
Yeah, no, but
so
I'm excited.
The drop shipping thing and all that, it's all ready to go. I mean, you just basically turn on a button. I mean, and it's ready to go.
I'm excited.
But guys, here's the thing. I'm about to leave here. I'm going to go over to the warehouse, I'm going to go to the showroom on 72. I'll be live in like 30, 40 minutes from Cotton Row Page. I'm going to show you guys what's in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show you what's there. I'm going to show you what you can get for 30% off. I'm going to show you some of the prices, and it's going to blow your mind because they're stupid low. #highway prices. I'm talking to you. And so at the end of the day, like, we love you guys. Call us, set up a experience. Set up a private shopping experience with us. Check out those resources we've laid out for you. Anything that is not in the comments right now, Molly will add that to the comments before she heads home for the weekend. And guys, stay safe, stay 6 feet from everybody. Use your hand sanitizer. God love you. And I'll probably check in with you guys tomorrow. Molly will not, because she's going to enjoy her weekend, because that's what I want her to do. But I will see you guys tomorrow live from the social distancing sale, and we'll talk to you guys Monday. Okay. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay clean. Don't take your Corona and lime, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend.